This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Our goal with our videos is to empower you to be able to do the repairs on your own and save a whole lot of money and also get that great feeling of having fixed it by yourself. Today we have a pretty old Maytag washing machine that won't start, and my suspicion is that it's the door lock switches. There's a couple of little micro switches that are connected to the door lock, and when the door closes all the way, it's supposed to complete two different circuits to allow the dishwasher to start. But I'm not getting any kind of action, almost like there's no power. Did check the power though. I made sure that the breaker wasn't tripped, made sure it was plugged in, made sure that the wire connection underneath was good. Sometimes the owner said that if they slam it shut, it will work. So again, that makes me suspicious that it's probably the door lock. And usually don't have to replace the door lock itself, but the little micro switches, just replace those, or sometimes you can even clean them. So to get to them, we got it unplugged, and I'm just going to spin out these screws that are holding on the inner panel, this plastic inner panel, and they're just all the peripheral screws around it. I believe these were Torx 15 screws. Such an old machine though that the panel didn't just readily come loose. I had to kind of gently pry it loose because it had accumulation of junk holding it shut. So we got that off. There we go. And then we got to get to this part here where you're going to just lift up on this metal part, and then we're going to lift up on this black cover that's covering up the timer and also kind of covering up those micro switches. So I'm going to once again use my standard head screwdriver to gently pry it up on each side, and then it came loose. And now I can see the door lock assembly and the micro switches. Again, make sure it's unplugged. And what we're going to do is just pull out each one of these micro switches and test them. They're only being held in by a little plastic clip, and you just gently pry the clip down slightly and you can pull the switch out. You have to pull and wiggle, it'll come out. To get to it a little bit easier, I did remove a screw that was holding the door latch in position, and then once I had it out exposed, I was able to get the door switches to come out easier. I did take the terminals off, the wire terminals off of the one switch, and then when I was looking at it, it's supposed to have a little pin that can move up and down and click. And on this particular one, that pin was stuck in the inward position. It wasn't popping back out. So I tested it with my continuity tester and found that it needed to be replaced. I just happened to have a micro switch with me. Some of these switches will have continuity when you push in on the pin, and some will have continuity when the pin is pushed out or when it pops up. And on this one, we want to replace it with one where it has continuity when the pin is pushed in. So I did have one of those, and all I needed to do is just put it into position to replace the old one, and then put the wire terminals back on and just kind of put everything back together. But it did the trick. It got this machine going. While I had it open, I did decide to test the other switch too to make sure it was okay. And that one was fine. It was moving up and down. I think sometimes grease and junk gets caught in there and it keeps it from being able to move. So the rest of the video is just testing out that second switch and then putting everything back in reverse order. So it's all the narration I'll do because you can just watch it, but it's basically just putting everything back in the same way it came out. And this customer was nice enough to help me test the switch. She pushed in the pin with a screwdriver while I did the continuity check, and it did turn out fine. So again, I'm just putting it all back together. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe when you get a chance. Parts
parts
Parts,
department.
yeah.